Has anyone seen Kyle yet?
Neither of us have. He may be late or something.
Well, if that's the case, then we needs to move it, because this is a sense of urgency. Matter of fact, it has been since a text incident last Saturday.
I mean, you're right, because we've been having to do this procedure multiple days in a row since we don't want to get attacked by any intruders.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He needs to pick up the pace. I'm not like Director Quincy, but come on.
Hey boys, hop in with me.
Wait, you're driving?
Not just that.
Dude, ain't no way that's your car.
Oh yes way, it's mine. I actually got it last week.
How have you not shown us that before? It looks so awesome.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Thank you guys.
We are definitely getting in that thing.
We can get to the studio faster using this.
Yeah, I was thinking that any day that we need to go to the studio for any very important favors, I can pick you guys up and drop ourselves off at the studio.
That would be an awesome thing to do. I was about to say that you should do it every single day, but it really depends on our schedules.
Yeah, I was thinking into that too, and I did assume the same thing. Anyway, let's get going.
So far you're the only one with the car.
Yeah, I know that. The feeling of having it is just satisfying.
It's interesting that I don't have a car yet, although I turned 16 back on April 3rd. It's been 5 months since that day. However, I should have one by the end of the year.
Nice. I'm getting a pickup truck by the time I'm 16.
That's cool.
I'm not even 15 yet, but I already know what my first car will be.
I got my driving permit the week I turned 15.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had a permit. I'm officially deeming you second in command.
Cool.
Hey, what about me? I'm literally a year older than Sam.
I guess if both me and Samuel are down, then you can take over.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, did I tell you that my nose has made a full recovery?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Me too. I'm glad it's fully healed.
I still regret what I did to him that day. That was just so wrong of me.
Well, I'm okay now, so you don't have to keep worrying about my injury.
I know. You know, even if Brady wasn't here, we could fight off this situation without him.
Seriously, dude? If you said that crap in front of Reed, then he would get pissed at you.
Jesus, Pa, you're still being a white knight of him. You're not his right-hand man or his pet, so quit it.
For God's sake, Quincy, I really don't feel like putting up with your bullcrap today.
Deal with it.
Ugh.
Hey, Kyle pulled up at the studio in his own car, and with the rest of the group for the first time.
Wow, he normally doesn't do such thing.
I did see him in his car, but never before did the rest of the kids' teens hitch a ride on it.
Me too.
Oh god, I forgot to unlock the door.
Whoa, chill out.
It's not a big deal, though this had to have been the longest we made the door locked after coming here.
Not even close. At one point of December 2019, the kids' teens were locked out for about 4 hours straight, and me and Quincy were sleeping the whole time. After we woke up, we realized that they were stranded by the door and we had to get them in.
Oh my god, I actually remember that happening. The whole group, especially Dennis, was super pissed at us for leaving them out in the cold when we let them in.
Yay. That was the stupidest time to sleep on the job. And here's the kicker, I usually don't sleep on the job ever.
Oh my god. What the heck were the kids' teens doing during the time they got locked out? They couldn't have just stayed there in the cold, right?
I don't think so. They probably told me that they called their parents to pick them up and chill with them until the doors were opened.
Hey, what are y'all chatting about?
That time that you boys were locked out of this studio for hours straight.
Oh, I know what you mean. That point where we were stuck by the entrance while you were sleeping and we had to warm up in our parents' cars until the doors were opened.
I remember that very well, and that was long before we had clapper loader Pa.
Yeah, you get the story. Anyway, let's chill in the main lobby and figure out what to do for better protection from potential theft.
You couldn't have done that from the start. Are you freaking kidding me?
Shut up, they know that.
Ugh. So could we set up a sign on the door that says no intruders allowed past this point?
I don't think that's enough. Some people can be stupid enough to not realize that.
Could we barricade one of the doors, if not both, with a passcode?
Then that just creates a whole nother issue. Yes, and especially the kids' teens would have to memorize the code to get access.
Didn't Jeffrey do that with his studio?
Yeah, I think he did.
Jeffrey? Who's Jeffrey?
It's a long story.
Aha, we got you now.
What the heck are you doing with those weapons?
Stop right there. Are you criminals the same intruders who planned an attack on us this week?
Dude, how in the hell did you know that shit?
Hold on. You're the exact same gang that attacks the Mondo group if I'm not mistaken.
This isn't even our first time here. We're here for interrogation this time.
Well, considering your useless weapons you're presumably holding against us, this is nowhere near a quote-unquote interrogation.
Alright, that's it. You're coming with
Hard.
Alright, if you're messing with him, you're messing with us.
Not so tough
Let go
now,
of me.
huh?
You let go of Kyle right this instant you convict.
Alright, who the f is next to be clobbered, because y'all ain't gonna do shit to our interrogation on Kyle? Nobody. Well, so long.
Holy is Quincy okay?
Not really. I literally have a visible mark on where that Allen guy struck me with.
We can see that.
I have no words. They actually kidnapped Kyle in front of all of us.
We need to find the vehicle and chase it right now. Everybody in my car on the double.
Hey, what about us?
I'm commandeering Kyle's car.
You are?
I remember he said I'm taking over if Kyle's down, and this is what's currently happening.
Okay, be careful and don't wreck the car.
This lime green SUV has to be it. I think I see Kyle in there.
Roger that.
Dude, uncuff my legs.
Will you shut up?
Yeah, I'm trying to drive.
Okay, fine. Just what are you trying to do to me?
Shut up, Kyle. I haven't decided.
What the hell, girl? You literally had 2 f***ing days.
You still haven't decided on what we're doing?
I wasn't talking to you. I obviously did plan the thing.
Then you should have told us before we did this entire sequence.
I know. I forgot to tell you. Just calm down.
There are a couple of cars ahead of us, but we can still see the vehicle we are going after.
Yeah, I see the vehicle too.
Hey, you might know this by now, but follow every move I make, and if a car manages to sneak in between us, be sure to still keep track of mine at all times.
Usher's right, because we need as much people as possible to fend off this kidnapping situation.
Gotcha. I'll do my best.
One more thing. Iverson and Dennis, can both of you hear me?
Yes.
At least one of you has to coordinate Samuel on where he's going. I will also send a couple texts to you to give some hints of where we're going in case we are separated.
I'll coordinate him.
I'll be back up. Okay. All of you be sure to be alert at all times. We'll proceed to hang up.
Okay.
Usher, are there any bandages in here?
Sorry, but I don't think there is any in here. You'll just have to deal with the injury.
That's fine. I'm just asking because I can still see that mark of where Alan hit me with his baton. Where did he get that thing from anyway?
Don't ask us, just focus on the mission.
Ugh, of course. Some car is persistently chasing us.
Then pick up the pace.
That has to be the studio crew, because no other vehicle would be following you for that long.
Oh, how f***ing typical.
Sure, man. Like that's happening.
I know you're being sarcastic, and that is indeed happening.
Oh please, you're not that lucky, you bullshitter.
Is bullshit your middle name? Because it sounds like it.
You're not even close.
Hey, don't be yelling at us.
You're not my parents, aunts, uncles, or any of that crap, so I have every right to yell at you.
Can you shut the f*** up, I'm trying to drive.
Well, if you crash, then you better not put the finger on me.
Draken, can you tape that chatterbox up?
I don't have any.
Well damn, I'm gonna have to listen to that stupid voice for the whole trip.
Then suck it up and deal with it.
I hate to break it to you, but the vehicle is far enough that we can't predict its moves from a distance.
Damn it. We pretty much lost it.
I'm texting the group about it.
You imbeciles, do you not know how dilapidated that cabin is?
Ugh, looks like we'll have to add your loudness to this interrogation. Now zip it.
And we don't give a f*** about the cabin's condition. This is a perfect place for this interrogation.
Then you'll need to do better than that.
Alright, I've f***ing had it. Throw him in that damn door right now and I'll get the cage out of the trunk, because this is taking way too f***ing long.
This is so stupid.
It's not on me, it's on you.
And how the heck did you three pick me and this cage up with almost no effort? I'm literally 5'9" at 138 pounds.
We're just that strong. Don't ask us why.
Forget it. Let's just get this over with.
Alright, as I was saying, Dial Trip, explain to us why you wanted to create this group of yours in the first place.
Why do you want me to give you that?
Because you're the reason why that carbon copy Mondo group exists.
Don't ask me. Ask Director Quincy.
Aw, you need your pet bodyguard so badly.
You better not start that.
Talk about an absolute joke that can't go a day without anybody helping him.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Will all of you shut up about your false claims?
But it's true.
No, it's not, you bunch of ding-dongs.
Shut the f*** up, you piece of shit.
We ain't shutting it for you.
Fine, I just need to ask you something.
Ugh, what?
When the heck am I getting out of this cage?
I don't know. till your other faces decide to do so, I guess.
Bro, take a chill pill.
You take yours first.
Did I say that to you?
Jesus, just shut the hell up.
Alright, I'll shut up. I'm just talking to a bunch of brick walls in front of me.
This has to be where Kyle is because the kidnapper's vehicle is parked right next to it.
Did you let the kids teens know about it?
I already did so.
Good. They should pull up here at any minute.
I might be off topic, but it's just bold that they took Kyle to this somewhat abandoned bungalow. There could potentially be spiders or any other insects lurking in that dark place.
I'm not surprised about that. That sadistic group would be the type of people to trap somebody in chains underwater and not give two craps about it.
Damn dude, that's a crazy assumption.
I know, but I just had to throw that in because of how reckless that group is.
Hey guys, we have now arrived.
Good. We were just talking about how horrible this cabin looks just now.
Yeah, I'm with you. It looks disgusting, like, look at how many holes it has just from the outside walls.
Kidnapping Kyle and taking him to the place is just insult to injury.
I literally thought the gang was taking Kyle to Atlanta, not some silly old cabin on Goose Creek that they have almost no knowledge of whatsoever.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Guys, save Kyle first, cabin complaints later.
He's right. The sooner we can get Kyle out, the less we have to worry about him.
Facts said. We have no time to waste, let's free this individual once and for all.
Can you at least clean this cage? Because there's spiders that got on it just now.
It's not our fault that there's spiders on that cage, so we ain't gonna do jack shit.
Yes it is, because you fools took me to this dark place.
But we still ain't gonna clean that up.
What? Are you 3 chickens or something?
No, we're not. We're just not doing anything with this cage. Just you and us right here.
I'm especially not cleaning up that cage. I hate spiders.
Then if my hands were free, I would take one and shove it down your god-dang throat.
What the hell?
Kyle, you're sick. I would throw up on the spot if that happened. It makes me cringe just thinking about it. Like, yuck!
You probably would have said the same thing if I trapped you in the cage with spiders.
Okay, what are you, a mind reader?
I can't read minds, I was just assuming. Besides, I'm like an analysis kind of guy.
Then an analytical person like you would be the person to ruin everything.
Stop that, it's just your stupid schemes.
That's exactly what the hell I'm talking about. What did I say, y'all?
We heard you loud and clear.
Who just Oh shit!
Yeah, that's right. You 3 have been caught red-handed.
Bruh, how in the name of God did you get here?
We've been on your tail this whole time.
Let me get this straight. It was you 6 douchebags in that yellow car following us.
You better believe that was us. You were being followed the entire time on the way to this hellhole.
I knew it was them this whole time.
Kyle, shut up.
And my damn baton didn't even knock out Quincy.
Because you hit like a sissy. You tell him.
Oh, I'm gonna show you who's the real sissy.
Well, you have 2 options. Either free Kyle from this cage or face our wrath and make us do it for you.
You got 2 options as well. Get the hell out of here or get mauled to death.
Or taste.
Or tranquilized.
I'm not getting tased again.
So you must have chosen the latter.
Very well. Bring it on, you sadistic felons.
You missed.
Damn.
This is why you get...
Well, that was easy.
I thought you were fighting experts.
Kyle, I'm coming to save you.
But the cage is locked.
There ain't no key, bitches.
Yeah, right.
Empty your pockets, now.
My pants don't have pockets.
Stop thrashing aimlessly.
Oh no you f***ing don't.
Now how do you open this?
Hurry up, Iverson.
I'm hurrying. I got it.
Take this.
What is he supposed to do with that?
Just thrust it downward through the handcuffs, Iverson.
Well,
No,
okay.
that won't work.
Hey,
Holy
it worked.
Ouch, I think those handcuffs cut my skin.
Hey, at least you're finally free.
And I know exactly what I'm going to do. Hope this still works.
I guess we'll just take him to the...
Ouch! I feel like I just got stabbed in the back with a knife.
That was the tranquilizer dart.
Alright boys, evacuate the cabin right now.
You're probably going to have to take me to the hospital as well, because the sedation is going to kick in at any minute.
Well, I'll have to take over as driver, and I also won't drive as reckless for the sake of you and Draken.
Okay, thank you so much.
About time you 4 showed up. Come on, not only did we have to figure out how we could free Kyle, but we had to make sure the evil gang was unable to get Kyle back where he started, or God forbid have all of us kidnapped alongside him. Well, that does make sense.
Boys, I just saw my car being parked alongside producer Usher's car. Oh, I know what you're on about. I did my job for you. Words cannot express how proud I am of you. Yeah, I just remembered about what you told me.
It's not just that. You planting your foot down and taking my car just to follow producer Usher and save me was the very last thing I would have expected. You're my freaking hero.
Don't mention it.
Aw, this is sweet.
It doesn't happen often.
Alright, time's up. It's time to go. Ugh, you just had to ruin it.
We just finished anyway, so he does have a point.
Stay on US 52 for 3.7 miles.
Hey boys, you may or may not know this, but I have to tell you why I had to get you out of that cabin so soon.
Go ahead and tell us.
See, if we were normal people, we would call the police on the kidnappers, but because they were so aggressive, evidenced by the way you guys fought and how desperate they were to put me back in that cage, I had to get you guys out of the cabin ASAP.
Yeah, I think we all knew that, but thanks for your real answer.
Anytime.
They have got to be lucky that the police weren't called on them, because what they did is a huge felony.
I concur with your statement.
To be fair though, I kinda did break a law on driving while 15, but I had to take the risk. I never exceeded the speed limit and there were no nearby cops anyway.
That doesn't really matter. Besides, when I said you were going to be in control when I'm down, you copied exactly what I said when I got kidnapped.
I mean, that's what trusted friends do, they take others' advice and move along with it.
Hey, I don't mean to be off topic, but who expected Goose Creek to be the place where we had to save Kyle?
I think none of us did.
Yeah, I literally thought we were going to Atlanta, because that's where the felons reside in.
You know, I did think the same thing during the time when I was in the car with the gang.
Well, kidnappers can be unpredictable with where they're going and what they're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of, when we get back to the studio, I'll tell you about what happened while you guys were trying to rescue me, because it's a pretty long story.
That's fine.